So today I wanted to answer a question I had about screens, and specifically about a 6-year-old that's addicted to screens and DVDs. And of course, today's world is full of screens, and especially during lockdown, we've been having our kids online for learning and honestly because we've needed to get on with our work. Within that, there's sometimes some difficulty in helping our kids to choose other things and to choose to spend time away from screens. And there's also the tantrums that happen when we ask our kids to leave screens. So here are a couple of tips on getting them off screens and into other things. First of all, one thing we can do is work at it in advance, and so set up a routine with our kids and have specific set times when they're going to be using screens and decide what they're going to be doing on them. Is it going to be a learning game? Is it going to be watching a film? Or is it going to be playing a video game? And we can set aside different amounts of time with our children for those 3 different activities. Another thing that's really useful to have is a timer, and the timer that the parent sets and that the parent can hear, so an alarm as well as a visual clue for the children. We really like things like the time timer or the Zai timer. We have those around in our house, as well as sand timers. And then the other thing we can do is getting involved in with our kids by actually watching things with them. And if we can't do that because we're busy working, then a useful thing to do with a young child is to sit down with them 5 minutes before the end of their screen time and start asking them questions about what they're watching, or just sit next to them and give them the warning that their screen time is going to end either in 5 minutes or at the end of an episode. Especially with young children, time is quite abstract, so we can start talking about this is going to end when this episode is finished. We're going to do X afterwards. We're going to make a cake, or we're going to go and play outside. I hope you found some of those ideas useful for your families.